So in the last class we had seen the construction of KD tree, and I had also explained how does the search operation work in KD tree. Now this search operation, we had seen an example of searching 1.8, and then I told you that the process of searching will be same as in BST. Only change is that at a particular level of the tree we have to compare only the current cut dimension. So generally when we start initially, the cut dimension we consider is X, and then we consider Y on the next level, and then the next one, and we in this way we cycle among the dimensions until we reach the leaf. So for searching 1.8, initially we compare only the X coordinate of this search key, that is 1, with the X coordinate of the current node, that is 6. Because 1 is less than 6, we continue in the left subtree. On reaching the next level, now we compare only the Y coordinate. So we compare this 8 with 2. Because 8 is greater than 2, so we continue on the right subtree. Next time we compare X coordinate and we end up in the left subtree. We continue this procedure until we reach the leaf node. Now let us see the algorithm for this search operation. So this is the algorithm where we have 3 parameters. This KD node T. This T represents the current node. X represents the point we are searching for, and CD is an integer which represents the current cut dimension. So let us say if we take an example of 2D tree, that is if k is equal to 2, then the number of dimensions we'll be having will be equal to 2. So this CD may have a value like 0 and 1, where 0 will represent X coordinate and 1 represents Y. So when CD is equal to 0, it means that we have to work or partition or compare only the X value. If CD is equal to 1, then we have to compare the Y value. So this is how it's going to work. So let's see the algorithm. Now if T is equal to null, means if the current node is null, then we return false. If the node is null, it means that the point we are searching for is not present in the tree. Hence we return a false value. If in case if we get a match, like if the point to be searched X matches with the current node T, then the point has been found and hence we return true. Third case will be T is neither null nor they are matching. So again there are two possibilities, either they will be less than or greater than. So we compare the data of X with data of T. As you can see here, X is compared with data of T. But instead of comparing both X and Y, we will compare only the current. We will compare only the value of current cut dimension. Like if current value for CD, that is cut dimension, is X coordinate, then for both the nodes we will compare only their X coordinate. Now if the X coordinate of point we are searching for is less than the current node's X coordinate, it means that the point has to be present in the left subtree, and hence we recursively call the same algorithm but this time on the left subtree. In case if the value is greater than the current node, then we have to search in the right subtree. Note that when we descend from one level in the tree to the next level, we have to change the cut dimension. So let us say initially the cut dimension was 0. When we move to the next level, we add a 1 to it. So it becomes 0 plus 1, 1. And this mod 2 is this, mod dim. So this dim is a constant which represents the number of dimensions. For example, if k is equal to 2, then the number of dimensions will be 2. That is dim value will be 2. So if we do 1 mod 2, it becomes 1. So when CD becomes 1, it is Y coordinate. Sorry, here it should be Y. I have written X, but this should be Y. And here it should be X. So when CD becomes 1, means that on the next level, we'll be comparing the Y coordinate. Again, in the third level, what will happen? Again, this will be incremented by 1. So 1 plus 1, 2 mod 2, it will become 0. So when it becomes 0, again it considers X. So you can see that it is fluctuating between 0 and 1, that is X, Y, X, Y. So in this way it cycles. So this is how the search algorithm works until it reaches the one possibility, that is that a match will be found somewhere in the tree, Other possibility is that the match will not be found. For example, if we are searching for 7, 8, so 7, 8 is not there. So at the end, what will happen? This T becomes null and the algorithm returns a false. Okay. Now next algorithm we are going to see is the insert operation in KD tree. Same as in search operation, insert operation again is same as in binary search tree. But only remember one difference. The difference is that at every level we will be comparing the value for the current cut dimension. So when we are at root, maybe we will compare only the x coordinate. So let us say that on the root we are having a cut of a vertical that is using x coordinate. So we will compare only the x values, that is 1 and 6. Because 1 is less than 6, we continue to the left side. On the next level we have a horizontal cut, means we have to compare the y coordinate. So we compare 3 with 2, because 3 is greater than 2, so we compare on continue on the right subtree. Next level we compare x again, so we compare 1 with 2, because 1 is less than 2, so we continue on the left side. Now we reach at the leaf node, but now note that the current cut dimension will be y. We started from x here, then here it becomes y, then x, then again here it becomes y. So this time we'll be comparing the y coordinate. So compare 3 with 8, because 3 is less than 8. So 3, this 1 3 value must go in the left subtree of 1 8. As you can see here that this 1 3 will be inserted as a left child of 1 8, and after that 1 8 will become the internal node. So here what will we do is that instead of 1 8 we will be having a horizontal cut same as in this node, and this 1 8 will be written outside. This is how insert operation takes place. It's quite easy. Same as in BST, only remember that you have to alternately switch the dimensions. This is the algorithm. Again, this is the point X which we want to insert in the tree. This T represents the current node, CD represents the cut dimension. Now if T is equal to null, means if the current node is null, like here when we reach on this part, that is to the left of 1 8, when the current pointer becomes null, what we do is we simply create a new node. Like here we have created a new node, and then we return the node. Now in case that it may happen that a value is already present, like consider 2 6. If 2 6 is already present, and if we try to again insert the same value 2 6, so note that the duplicates will not be allowed in KD tree. In KD tree, x and y should be different. They should not be duplicate. So if the data is already present, then we can show a message like duplicates are not allowed. Next possibility is that, for example, let's consider this 1 3. Next possibility is that this value, let's say we are comparing x coordinate. So this value 1 is less than 6. So if the point's value for the cut dimension, like 1, so cut dimension is x, that is 0. So if the x coordinate for x is less than the x coordinate for current node, that is t, then we have to continue the insert operation on the left subtree. So see here, the same algorithm is recursively called, the same procedure is called, but on the t dot left. That means we continue with the left child of the current node t. And if in case the value is greater, for example, let's say we want to insert 10 5. So we compare 10 with 6. 10 is greater than 6, so we continue with t dot right on the right side. So in this way, recursively we perform insert operation. Okay, now coming to the next operation of KD tree, that is find minimum. So in this operation, we have to find the point with smallest value in the dth dimension. For example, if value of d is given as 0, that is x, if d is equal to x, then from this KD tree, we have to find out the point with minimum value of x coordinate. After observing this, we can see that this is the value that we want because its x value, x coordinate is 1, which is smaller than all others in this tree. So this find minimum procedure is going to find a point with the smallest value in the dth dimension in this tree. So this procedure basically recursively traverses the tree. Now here this d is the dimension in which we have to find the smallest point. Now if the dimension in which we have to find the smallest point matches with the current cut dimension, for example, when we are at root level, the current cut dimension is x. And let's say the value of d is also x, means we are interested in the smallest value in x dimension. So if both the values are matching, x, x, both are same, so it is, we are sure that because the partitioning on this level, root level, has been done on the basis of x value, it clearly means that all the smaller x values have to be present in the left subtree of this root node, because all the nodes having x coordinate less than 51 are present in the left subtree of this root, that is 5175, and hence we recursively continue on the left subtree. Next possibility is when we reach on a node wherein the cut dimension does not match with the current, the given dimension t. Like if given dimension is x and the current cut dimension is y, they are not matching. So here the partitioning has been done on the basis of y. So we cannot be sure about where the smallest x value may be present, whether it's in left or right. So we have to continue search on both the sides, both on left and right. So we recursively call on left and right both. And then after performing this operation recursively, finally we find the minimum. For example, here the current value is y. So we will continue on both the sides. On this level, the current dimension, cut dimension is x, which matches with d. So we continue only on left. Now on left, we have only one value. So to the left of this 110, we do not have anything. So this 110 becomes the smallest point, the point with smallest cut dimension x. And on this side, it becomes the smallest point with the smallest cut dimension x. So finally, we compare these two, and then the final answer that we get is 110. Here we have an example where the value of given d is equal to y. So here we'll be comparing, start comparison from root. The current cut dimension is x, which does not match with y. So we have to continue search on both the sides. Now on next level, the cut dimension is y, which matches with this y. So we continue only on left. Here when we reach the leftmost value, 55.1, this becomes the smallest. Here we continue on left, and now the next level is what? X, which does not match with y. So we have to continue on both the sides, but then there is no right subtree, there is only left. So this becomes the smallest. Once we get smallest, we compare them and then we select the minimum. Now minimum among these two is 55.1. Remember that we are interested in y dimension. So this is the point with smallest value in y dimension. This can be manually verified by looking at all the points in the tree. So this is the pseudocode for find mean. Here this is the current node. This is the dimension for which we have to find out smallest. This is the current cut dimension at a particular level in the tree. So if tree is null, there is no question of finding minimum. We directly return null. If the current cut dimension matches with the dimension we are searching for, if they are matching, then we have to simply continue on the only on the left side, because right side cannot contain minimum. So here you can see that there is a recursive call with t dot left. One more thing, if the CD matches with the current dimension, if it matches with the current dimension, but like here x matches with x, but there is no left child. So in this case, this particular thing will be considered as minimum. As you can see, If the left is null, then we simply return that node. And next possibility is that the current cut dimension will not match with the given dimension. That is the last case. So here we need to continue on both the sides. So we call this find minimum both on left and right subtree. Remember that every time you have to increment this cut dimension by 1. And mod dim will ensure that it remains in the range of dimensions. Okay, so this was find minimum algorithm. Okay.